get started off today with this. You know, maybe not to some people, but to me, one of the surprise teams this year has been the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Now, Baker Mayfield obviously has found kind of new life. Tampa Bay, he's like leading the league in touchdowns. I think he's second in the league in yards passed, all that kind of stuff. He's totally been revitalized in Tampa Bay. They were 4-2 going into last night, where they suffered a 41-31 loss against a team that some people believe is the best team in the NFL right now, in the Baltimore Ravens. We'll talk about that a little bit more later. So they lose by 10, but the loss of the game is not the thing that is concerning people in Tampa Bay today. Because during the game, Mike Evans went down with what looks like a hamstring injury, but it did not look good. When he went down, I believe it was in the end zone, he went down, and he was in pain, and he was grabbing that leg immediately. There's kind of been no reports yet come out about how long he can be. Now, a lot of people are speculating it's going to be at least a couple of weeks that he'll be out, maybe longer than that. Yeah. And then, as if that wasn't bad enough, Chris Godwin, leading the league, I believe, with wide receivers for touchdowns scored, yards after catch, all that kind of stuff, basically a security blanket. And he goes down with what some people are calling a broken ankle. Some people are calling it, I haven't heard what the final word on it is, but the coach basically came out and said, looks like he might be gone the rest of the season. Oh. For a Tampa Bay Buccaneer team that is looking really good. I mean, they're 4-3 right now, but they're tied atop the division with the Falcons. Yeah. Now they lose the tiebreaker to the Falcons. They lost that heartbreaker to them. That great. I think that was a Thursday night game. Mm-hmm. Terrific game. Shootout that night. But I'm going to tell you right now, Baker's playing lights out, but this is a team that to have success needs to have everything firing. You can have teams like the Kansas City Chiefs that can lose some pieces, but with Andy Reid on the sideline and the depth that they have, they can just keep rolling. The Bucs are not that team. The Bucs can play okay, but they're not going to go, 8-3 the rest of the way without Evans and without Godwin. I mean, it's questionable whether they would with those guys, but I mean, they definitely don't have the potential to do that without them. So the question is, what started off as what looked like a really surprising season for the Bucs. And I got to tell you, I love watching the Buccaneers play. They're a fun brand of football. Detroit's a better team, but Detroit and the Bucs are just fun teams to watch. They're creative. They got kind of gunslingers for quarterbacks. Yeah. I mean, they're just really entertaining to watch. And this season, I think, may now come drastically off the rails. Ryan, you saw what happened there. How big of a deal is the loss of Evans and Godwin to these guys? Yeah, well, like you said, Godwin was leading. Actually, Evans and Godwin both had 5 touchdowns each. So they're leading the league in receiving touchdowns. So basically his 1A and 1B are gone now. So his targets are 3rd and 4th string. And towards the end of the game, he went more to the tight end Otten, who was getting some good catches, but the Ravens were leveling him with hits, all legal, but he was taking a pounding. So, they're going to have to go to their running backs more. I kind of looked at their stats. They do have a decent set of running backs that they could try to run out of the backfield and get some passes that way. But they're going to have to try to find somebody from somewhere to come in and step up. The receivers they do have left, like I said, they're 3rd and 4th string receivers. They're not number ones. So they're going to have a hard time. Baker can try to spread the field and go to each of them, but they're definitely going to have trouble. Like you said, there's no real answer on Evans's injury timeline. They have a bye week coming up in a couple of weeks. They say he might come back by then. So hopefully they can, get these next few games, get a couple of wins or a win to go into it. Well, because here's the problem. Their next 3 games are the Falcons, who they just lost to in that thriller, but now without Evans and Godwin. Then they got to play the Kansas City Chiefs after that, and without Evans and Godwin probably. And then they got to play probably at that point a little bit of a healthier San Francisco 49ers. I mean, it's conceivable. They're 4-3 right now. They literally could be 4-6 going into their bye week. And then when they come out of their bye week, they've got, a little bit of an easier time with the Giants, Carolina Panthers, and the Raiders. But it looks like it could be a long month for the guys in Tampa Bay right now, which is really unfortunate because, again, this has been a really fun team to watch. And here's hoping Evans can come back quick. Here's hoping Godwin can recover. Anyway, guys, whatever you think about this, do you think the Tampa Bay's possibilities and chances for maybe a playoff and maybe even a deep playoff run this year are done and gone? I kind of think that they are. Whatever you guys think, jump down to the comment section below and let us know your thoughts.